So
Now we got a
that,
question.
that kind of segues to this question. Gao, you know Kyle. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what's up, Kyle? Um, so I don't we haven't really defined doomsday because really doomsday can be it can be anything really,
Yeah.
no? So but let's just not say doomsday na lang. Like let's say the immediate future, which is this GCQ, where a lot of the business will probably reopen. And who do you guys think is ready for that? Because there will be definite changes in the very near
Yeah.
future, for sure. I
So
mean, we already talked about restaurants.
yeah, so I think basically what's gonna happen is that the people who have the cash right now will have a massive expansion. So you'll see a concentration start to happen. So like let's say Ayala, who probably has billions in the bank, if at the GCQ land prices are dropping, restaurants are closing down, other kind of shops are closing down, it's the perfect time for somebody who actually has the cash to do
Yeah.
something. Because since if we're agreed that the BPO is the heartbeat of the consumer, like spending power, those guys are still there. They just don't have anywhere to spend the money on anymore because the shops are
Probably
closing.
they even probably have more money now. Okay, like they're
They're
getting
not spending it.
bonuses and everything.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
they're not
yeah,
spending it,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of bonuses
yeah.
too.
So and then there's like that pent up um hunger, you know. So like in prohibition in the States, I think when they lifted prohibition, it took 7 years for the supply to catch up to the demand.
Of
Oh yeah.
alcohol.
When
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's kind of, now you have this pent up demand. I mean, people are, it's crazy how much we're selling online. I never expected we would sell so much. And you can just see that people are hungry. I mean, there's that demand, right? And
Mhm.
since they have cash because their jobs are protected, and this is the majority of the consumers, once the businesses there's a void. There's this demand, but there's a void because the business is closed down, because in the 3 months or 4 months that we're in this thing, they didn't have enough money to keep going. So what I think is that the existing companies will have a major expansion. And so you'll see, like, from 30 different types of restaurants, maybe it'll become like 10, because the guys who are there do this expansion.
But that's just that's on like companies, but like also probably the people who have the actual person who has cash probably is people who have been able to save, people who somehow happen to have cash at this very moment for they just got lucky for whatever reason. They're probably going to be the most prepared for what's coming up in the future because there's probably going to be all sorts of weird opportunities.
Opportunities, yeah, yeah. And
Mm.
because, yeah, no, for sure. And again, I mean, just look at real estate, right? I mean, if you have the cash and you buy, like, later on when the prices have dropped so low, like, that's a great opportunity.